Okay. So yeah, we are live. So welcome
Okay.
everyone. A very warm welcome from all of us at the Calcutta Lawyers. This is being recorded on a Saturday morning, and I don't know about Shivashri, but I'm extremely sleepy because we had to work late into the night yesterday because there is a matter being prepared for Monday. But however, as promised, we're going to bring you one episode of those trailblazers of the industry on a weekly basis. So yeah, so today we have Shreyoshi Das, who's working at Sinha and Company, and as far as I know, she's been working there for over a period of 10 years.
Yeah.
uh, so more on that, just before we go into who is Shreyoshi and what she's about, what she's been doing. Just to remind you that the episode 1 of season 2 is already live. You guys can catch it on YouTube and on Spotify, and from today you will also be able to listen to it on Google Podcasts, and the same will also be uploaded on Facebook and IGTV, which is Instagram TV. I'm not wrong. Yeah. So we had Konishko Bose in the last episode. So give it a watch, follow us, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel so that we can make some money. So yeah. So okay. So coming back to this episode, so we have Shreyoshi. So let me start with the most basic question possible. Who is Shreyoshi Das?
Uh, as of now, you can describe me as a mother, as a wife, and still a struggling lawyer because 10 years is nothing in the profession.
True.
Uh, yes, uh, whether it is that you are practicing in litigation or you are in a solicitor firm, 10 years is very nascent stage to say that I have a lot of experience about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still learning in a learning phase, and I would say that the most difficult phase for me had started off from 2017 when I was balancing my role as a mother
Mm-hmm.
and as a head of the department in a uh, what should I say, one of the best solicitor firms in Kolkata that we have now.
Of course, of course. All right, all right. So yeah, so a lot of multitasking must have gone into that entire process.
Yes,
So just
yes.
going back to your I don't know, should I call it the prime days? Not your prime days, but your college days rather. So
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it is actually a very strange story for me because I was never into studying law. Uh,
Okay.
like I after my class 12, I had passed out my HS
So
from Sri Shiksha.
where did you do your schooling from?
Okay, so my class 10 till class 10, I was in St. Joseph's Convent, Chandan.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Then we shifted to Kolkata. So
Mm-hmm.
my 11 and 12 was from Sri Shiksha.
Sure.
So after that, I started off doing economics honors.
Okay,
So,
okay.
I did my first year in economics honors graduation. I did my first year. Then I understood that statistics is not a cup of tea for me.
Okay,
I
okay.
can't do it.
ठीक.
So
हाँ.
I thought I have to change. This is
Mm-hmm.
not happening for me. So when I decided to change, at that time, Calcutta University, all colleges had finished off with their admission process. So I couldn't get anywhere.
ठीक, ठीक.
So either so I had an option to sit back for 1 year and lose 1 year, or get admission anywhere I can.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, Haldia Law College was just starting off. They were just 5 years old at that time.
Mm.
And I went there and
So
I got my chance there.
Haldia Law College is under Vidyasagar University.
Vidyasagar University.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got my chance there, but with a condition that if I flunk my first semester exam, it will be a goodbye for me.
Okay. Okay.
So I joined in November, and my first semester exam was in the month of March. So I had to cover everything by that time. And by the grace of God and probably the challenge that was thrown at me, I topped the university. in my first semester exam.
in a period of 2 months.
Yeah,
My
I
God.
topped and that trend continued. So by the end of my 5th year,
Mhm,
and when I passed off my semester exam,
mhm.
I was a gold medalist in my Vidyasagar University because I topped all the years. So it was basically that challenge from my principal that if you flunk, you go.
Hmm, hmm.
So that's what.
So you've been,
And
have you always been this meticulous in your studies, like an
yeah,
academic?
I was a studious kid. From I won't be
Acha.
very yeah about it, but I was a very studious kid. I used to study a lot. I loved studying,
Yeah.
and that's why I went for economics honors. But had that statistics in the tail, so couldn't do it.
Right, right.
So,
Yeah, because
but
I,
it helps me.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It helps me a lot in doing law because it's all about studying, studying, and studying.
So, but because I
So
hear a lot of people, especially I've heard this in my batches in my college days, and also a lot of people from today who say that, listen, brother, I did not study for the exam. I had like 2 days. I didn't even sit for this particular exam to study. I just prepared just like that, and still I scored. Still I scored to
that doesn't
manage to pass.
happen. That doesn't
Doesn't
happen.
happen,
That
no.
doesn't happen.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. Then you have to be something else. You can't be humanly then.
And I
So
don't get it. Like, who has asked you to not study? I mean, you're sitting for an
exactly,
exam. Go ahead and study.
exactly. So in my college,
Mhm.
when I was doing my college days, when I was in my 3rd year, I came to know about moot courts happening in all the national colleges.
Okay.
So so it was not a trend for Haldia Law College. Nobody
Yeah. Yeah.
knew what is moot court at all.
Hmm.
So we were a group of 3 students, 2 of my seniors and myself. We just said that at that time the Stepson International Moot Court competition was going on.
Right, right, right.
So we were like, just let us go and so
Yeah. Okay.
we don't know anything about it. So we just asked our principal. Our principal said that, yeah, you can go. Obviously, you can go, but it will be all on your cost. The college is not going to
Not
take
gonna be
any
anything.
responsibility
Hmm.
because they have not heard about it. They don't know about it. So we 3 went there. We crossed the prelim round, but as usual, but we were not practiced about it. We did not know what moot court is all about, but we crossed the prelim rounds and then we were out. But we waited all the 3 days to see what happened. And then we came back and started a moot court society in our college, which still continues. So that was all about my college day.
I think
I wanted to.
that is what happens when, in most of colleges like Vidyasagar universities, and even Calcutta University, for a lot of colleges under the Calcutta University, I think the moot court, the concept of moot court, or similar concepts of going out and debating and having inter-college things doesn't happen anymore. And it's a great thing that once a student, now an alum of that particular college, had started it. So yeah, that's great. So what? So you did that. So you did your BA LLB, right, with honors from.
Yeah, I am BA LLB, and then I wanted to do my LLM, but by that time I had got a pre-placement offer in Finance Company. I was doing my internship at that time, and when I was in my 4th year, I had done my internship, and then at that time I had a habit of changing my SIM card. So I changed my number a lot. So the number which was given in my CV, that changed. Mr. Paritosh Sinha wanted me to join, and he had called me and
couldn't get in touch.
So that was very funny. And then I was roaming about with my CV to Mr. I wanted to meet Mr. Paritosh Sinha, and it's not very easy to meet him. He's a very busy person. I used to wait that please see my CV and take me. But I was the same person he was searching for some time. So finally we got to meet each other, and then he was saying that, why did you change your number? I wanted to take you. So it was kind of a pre-placement offer, but I took it in my 5th year. And from that time, it's continuing till now.
So you started working in your 5th year?
In my 5th year, Yeah, in my fifth year I
But
started.
then again, you went on to do your masters in business law.
Yeah, because Sinasa was very about this, very diligent about it. That yeah, if you have your exams, you can go.
Mhm.
If you have your viva, you can go and give it and come back. And this is a very, I should say, when I was in my like I was in my second year in my insurance company. I was working for the second year, and suddenly I said that I needed to do something else because
Mhm.
I did not do my LLM and I did not want to lose my job also, because by that time I was at the end of the month I was getting a good amount of money. So you can't really leave it like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So then I saw that I can do masters in business law in NLSU. So
Was it a
maybe it's
remote program?
yeah, it's a distance program, but you have to go and give your exams there.
But is it a you get a proper degree? It's not a diploma.
Yeah. It's a proper degree, and it is accepted in the Delhi University for your PhD.
And did you have to sit for CLAT again for giving?
No,
No.
no,
So
no. Just your LLB marks would do.
no, I'll just because this is a very interesting thing. Because NLSIU Bangalore,
Hmm,
you've done your masters from there, and what you're
hmm,
saying basically, if I understand this correctly, is that you did not go
hmm.
for your masters as a full-time thing. You stuck
No,
to your
no.
job back in Calcutta. You were already working for Sinan company, and then you
Yeah,
simultaneously managed to do your masters.
yeah,
So
yeah.
can you just walk us through the process? I'm asking this question because a lot of people from college is our audience, so maybe this
Hmm.
will help us. Yeah.
Yeah. So there is an online application form that is given. So
Mm-hmm.
you just fill up that form, submit it. You have to give your last means LLB graduation mark.
Mm-hmm.
So if you fall into that cutoff marks of that year, then you are accepted. And then this is, I will say, this is a 2 year course.
Mm-hmm.
So there are like 2 semesters. And it's not a 6 month semester. It's like 1 year exam and then another year exam.
Just like the part
And
system that we had in Calcutta University. Huh?
yeah, correct. And there are more. In 1 year, you have 6 subjects to cover,
Okay.
and you have the option to not give that 6 subjects all at once.
Okay. So
The
you can choose
exam.
your.
You can, yeah, you can choose. But within 6 months, again, they will hold an exam. So you have to complete your course in 1 year.
Pick.
That
Okay.
that period you have to complete in 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't do that, then they will take you as fail.
Right. Right.
Okay. So, and after you finish it, it's a proper graduation certificate
So,
that you get.
but you guys did not do your classes from like within brick walls, right? It was an online thing.
No. It was not even online. They give you all the study materials. There is an option that you can take of doing online classes
Mm-hmm.
or not doing it. But they
Okay.
will give you all the materials, your syllabus, and everything to study. The
Acha.
books are given by them.
So did you do
It's
the
like a
classes?
compiled. No, I did not do any classes. I did not have time. I was working from 9:45 to 9 o'clock at night.
Right. Right. So it was
But
late
I'll tell
nights.
you,
Yeah. Yeah.
though it's a distance education, everybody thinks it's very. I mean, for other universities, it's like very light. You can easily pass off. It's distance education. You don't have to study. But this course is not that.
Okay.
Because the pass percentage for MBL, I tell you, I don't want to scare off people, but the pass percentage of MBL is 10% only.
Okay. Not a lot of people are passing out of that course.
No.
It's
It's
a difficult
tough. The
course.
exam is tough.
Hmm.
The exam is tough.
Right.
Okay, but you get that advantage that you can carry on with your work as well as do this extra course.
So what was the course fee for the 2 years at the time
I
when you were
don't
doing it?
exactly remember now, and now the course fees has completely changed.
Okay.
And we did not have Viva at that time. This now what I have heard, they have Viva also.
Okay. 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 So more on the deal. I'll leave a link to the admission details of this particular college from
Hmm.
NLSIU. so that if anybody wants to inquire, and I'll also leave all the links to Shreyushi D, her LinkedIn profile, and also the mail ID. If you guys want to know a little more on this, you can always get in touch. All right, so that is when the masters happened. But the question is that so you already had a job at Sina. You had already started working. Then
Hmm.
what was the need of doing the masters anyway?
I'll tell you something. I at that time I was also I won't tell you a lie, but I was also trying off in corporate houses,
Okay.
some like ITC and LNT. I was
Right, right.
trying. Maybe I can go off because the money is
Of course,
huge.
money is a huge motivating
Huh.
factor. There's nothing wrong
So
about it.
I gave my interview at ITC,
Mm-hmm.
and the people who were giving interview with me were all from national colleges,
Acha,
uh, and
acha.
that was an advantage for them.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, my CV had that I am a BA LLB from Haldia Law College.
Mm-hmm.
Not impressive when you are standing with national college people,
Mm-hmm.
but I went till the final interview round when four of the people were sitting and asking me questions. They were impressed with me, but one of them just said that you are good, but you need more experience because you have just 1 year of experience. We are looking for 3 years of experience. I went there to just experience what an interview in that type of corporate house would have been. I did not expect that I would get a job there. So, but that person said me that why don't you do an MBL? That will give you a boost in your CV. I said, so what's an MBL? And then he said me, and then I started off doing MBL.
Acha. And does having a LLM degree? So I'm asking this question from an experience that I've had in a corporate house. So where
Mm-hmm.
I had seen that there were two people who were recruited. So at the time when I was working there were two people recruited at the same time. One particular person had a BLLB degree from, I think, KIIT, and the other person
Mm-hmm.
did a BLB from Gujarat State University. Went on to do a master's from GNLU, and the discipline of the course of the subject that he had done a master's in had got nothing to
Mm-hmm.
do with the work that we were doing. We were doing compliance and tech work, and he had a
Okay.
master's in intellectual property. But still, the fact that he had a master's degree automatically had his salary raised. So the master's guy started with a salary of, I think, 38,000 bucks, and the BLLB guy started with 25,000. So,
Mm-hmm.
do you think automatically having an LLM degree helps you in landing a
See,
better job in
if
the
you
corporate?
are if you are talking about the corporate houses, my answer would be yes. But
Okay,
in litigation field or in solicitor firm, no. LLM degree does not give you an upper hand in solicitor firm, at least.
okay. So I'll come back to the this solicitor because you
Hmm.
the recruitment process and how things work. So all right. So
Hmm.
after that, so you were already working at Sena. So this is I think.
Hmm.
So you said that you graduated in 2011 from Vidyasagar. So this must be
Yeah.
2013-14 that you have finished your
Yeah, correct.
master's.
Correct.
So when did you get married?
Yeah. 2017.
So, Achha, so 3 years you worked, and after that you got
Huh.
married, and then you had
Huh.
your first child. I think you have a daughter, right?
Daughter. I have a daughter.
She came. So 2018, you became a
Yeah, yeah,
bride.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So since then, so 2018 and it's 2021 now.
Hmm.
So 3 years. Must have been a roller
Yeah.
coaster ride.
It has been because see, because you have to go on a maternity leave.
Mm-hmm.
I had a very complicated pregnancy and stuff, so I couldn't work like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I told you wrong years. I told you all wrong years. Wait, I got confused. See, 2014, I gave my final exam after I got married. So 2014, I gave my final exam. Before that, I got married.
2014, you gave
So
your
2000,
final exam for the masters.
yeah,
For the master.
masters,
Yeah.
and I got married before that. So I got married and then went for my final exam.
So did you know him from
Then
before, or was it a
Yeah, he was my kindergarten
Oh, acha, acha,
classmate.
acha. So obviously it has
Huh,
to. Yeah, yeah.
huh.
So after
So
that,
if Luke, after that in 2017 April, my daughter was born,
right, right.
and I worked till 2016 November December. I worked.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give you a very funny story. I was doing a matter before Justice Shonjit Banerjee, and this is very funny, but I want people to know about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a very complicated pregnancy and stuff. Sinha sir was very, very lenient with me. He was very understanding. Means I had this morning sickness, so I used to puke all the time. So that's why, so that I don't have a problem, I was given chamber very near to the bathroom so that I could run and do my puking stuff. So he was very understanding as a senior.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing a matter before Justice Shonjit Banerjee, and we were having, means the matter is going on, and I felt like puking. So I just showed my hand like this to Justice Shonjit Banerjee, like, stop. And he was like, what is happening? And I ran out, I puked, and he sat there. And he sat there. And I came back.
Ah.
And I came back and I did the matter. And he said, are you okay? Do you want to have some water?
Fantastic. That's a great news. The great, matlab, wow, wow. I can only imagine the court proceedings being, paused for a certain period of,
Yeah, it
especially in
happened.
Mr.
It
Banerjee's.
actually happened.
Yeah, Justice Banerjee's court.
Especially Justice Banerjee. Yeah.
Right, right. That's a great story. All right, all right. So a little bit on the solicitor firm that you're working for.
Yeah.
So you're working for Sinha and Company. So what is the company? What is the company about? What do you guys do? Like,
See, this company was established by Mr. Paritosh Sinha 25 years back. We are running almost our 27th year right now. And I am working there from 2011. So it's the 10th year from me this year.
I know,
In
yeah.
November, I'll be completing the 10 years. So this company has more than 100 employees, taking advocates and non-advocates, paralegals,
So you guys,
and we
so
deal.
is Sinha and Company only based in Calcutta?
It has a Delhi office also. It used to have a Bhubaneswar office, but that's closed down right now. But we are working from Delhi also.
Okay.
And this Sinha and Company works in all fields of law, like anything, because we have two offices. One is based in 5 KSY Road and one is at 4 Fancy Lane. The 4 Fancy Lane office works in the lower court matters, and the 5 KSY Road is exclusively for NCLT matters, non-lit matters, and high court matters.
Acha. Okay. So you guys are working with paralegals, interns, and associates as well as, yeah. All right. So a question to you is that when I was going through your LinkedIn profile, I saw that your job role at this point of time is that of a principal legal associate. So
Yes.
I know what a legal associate is. I've been a legal associate myself, but what is a principal legal associate?
The principal legal associate means that the whole solicitor firm is divided into various departments.
Okay.
So suppose one department deals exclusively on the appellate side matters. One department exclusively NCLT matters. One department is there exclusively for arbitration matters. One is there for suit matters. So when you head a department, there is an HOD there. There's a head of the department and then juniors under you. So when you are the head of the department, you are one of the principal legal associates.
Right. That makes sense. So you guys do criminal matters as well? No, not at all.
Yes, we do.
You guys do criminal matters as well. So there's a department which is dedicated for.
Yes.
All right. So those are proper litigations, right?
Yeah, proper litigation.
So that also covers both the lower courts and the high court, I'm guessing.
Just
I'll wait. No problem. at all?
Hello.
Yeah, so what I was saying is that so that must be covering both the high courts and the lower courts, right? Because all the criminal matters must
Yeah.
be, yeah. So, acha. Okay. So my idea of Sinan Company was not that clear. So I thought the Sinan Company
Okay.
was always, more into the NCLT matters and the company matters. But yeah,
No, it does everything. It does everything. Yeah.
all right. And did you apply anywhere else? You already said that you applied to ITC. You set for an interview.
Yeah, that was, that was initially in my first, second, and third year, I was applying here and there.
Mhm,
But then suddenly I realized that uh, the job satisfaction that I get over here, maybe I'll
mhm,
not get anywhere else. Because what should I say, that I was only now. Let me tell you another situation. Uh, when I was in my second year, I was working in my second year in
mhm,
Sinha and Company. Suddenly, Mr. Sinha called me once and said that, "Do you want to take the responsibility of a like huge corporate client? You will be doing all the matters of it." I said, "Sir, can I do? Means, will I be able to do it?" Because the name that he said was, they had huge matters. So I
right,
was just in my second year.
mhm,
So he said, "I have confidence in you. You start off. If there isn't a problem, then we will think about it."
yeah.
So that started off, and in the third year, I was getting so much of work. Say, means, in most of the solicitor firms, you will see that it is mostly the councils who are
Mhm.
engaged and they move the matter.
Right, right.
The advocates of the solicitor firms are there only to assist the the councils in
Yeah,
court.
yeah.
But in Sinha
No
and
problem.
Company,
Mhm,
if you are able to move a matter, you are allowed to do that. That is the biggest, what should I say, that is the biggest achievement that you can achieve at a very nascent stage,
mhm, mhm.
which you will not get a chance in other solicitor firms. I can vouch for it, because I have my friends in other solicitor firms, and they really have not been given a chance to speak in court, if
Sure,
not
sure.
taking adjournment.
Mhm. Mentioning
It's
and
but
attorneys and all of that.
but 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 I have done matters myself. I have presented plaints. I have done arguments in a matter. I
Mhm,
have examined witnesses. So you don't get a chance of this everywhere. Maybe maybe people would say that, compared to, say, huge corporate houses or other existing solicitor firms in the
mhm,
market now,
mhm.
you may be paid less. But at this moment of time, when I am still learning, I will say I am still learning after 10 years. And the more I get a chance of working, the more I learn. Maybe that money factor uh, s- is an what should I say, is an attraction for juniors.
Mhm.
When you start off, that where I can get more money, then you go through a phase that where I can learn more. And after your learning process completes, after 12 years, 13 years, then you again search for money.
Acha.
That is
Ah.
my understanding.
Mm. But I was just speaking to just like the last episode that we had
Hmm.
card here somewhere I
Hmm.
always get confused. So I was speaking to Konushkoda and he and also in the last season I spoke to Shiladitya Dasgupta. I do not know if you know him. He works
I
in,
know him.
you know him, right? So he works in Ernst and Young, and his
Hmm.
career graph has also been an incredible journey,
Hmm.
because of which we covered his career. We tried to get it
Hmm.
covered, but Konushkoda rightfully, I think rightfully, he said that yeah, money has been. So I asked him about money. I asked him that,
Hmm.
which I was supposed to ask you anyway, that whether money
Hmm.
has ever been a motivating factor for you. So just
Hmm.
before you answer that question, so Konishkota said that
Hmm.
no, he has never faced a money crisis per se in a family situation type of a thing.
Hmm.
But of course, money has always been a very motivating factor, and I think a
Hmm.
lot of law students, I think a lot of law
Hmm.
students actually enroll into law with
Hmm.
the perception that at one point of time they will make money. So your
Hmm.
thoughts on that? And does money motivate you in any way?
See, it does. I won't say it doesn't. It
Mhm.
does. But somewhere my priority was always to learn more and more, because this field, I am more into civil practice.
Mhm.
So this field is huge and you just can't stop learning. And if you are, and I have been lucky enough that I have been given variety of matters to do. I have been handling some of the most, should I say, the most critical suit matters. I
Mhm.
was lucky enough to get them, and I have learned a lot. So, and single-handedly, single-handedly doing this matters with the assistance of some of the well-known names in Calcutta High Court legal fraternity of civil law,
Mhm.
has been a great learning experience. Sometimes I would say, sometimes I get demotivated when some of my friends say that, oh, I am earning this much. It happens that I think that, oh, I was better than this person, then why am I earning so less?
Yeah, yeah.
But but then it comes to my mind that they are doing the same kind of work every day. They are in huge corporate firms,
Hmm.
as a legal, they are heading legal teams and all, but it's the same kind of work they are doing, whereas I am not doing that. So
Correct.
there lies the difference. So I again motivate myself thinking about that, that I
So,
am learning more than them.
so do you have work-life balance?
Do I have?
Work-life balance. There's this new thing that has come up, which is
Oh,
being talked about
oh,
a
that,
lot in.
yeah. This is
Yeah.
this. I am very messy about it. I am very messy about it. Seriously, I don't have any social life. I don't have.
I think that yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I envy people who can go, like, now it's something else, the situation that nobody is going out, but
Now there's
I have, uh, I have missed some of the great outings with my friends,
mm,
get-togethers of families, just because I have a matter and I have to sit for a conference.
mm, mm.
So now it's like, it's okay. It doesn't matter to me anything. But now my priority has become that I want to give as much time as I can to my daughter.
Of
So
course,
that
of
has
course.
become my priority now.
So but even then, I'm sure that life before your daughter and after your daughter
Hmm.
has changed completely. I think
Completely. But you know, being a woman and
mhm,
being in the litigation field is very challenging.
it
You
is.
will
It is.
see very less uh, women in the litigation field. Either they're in corporate firms
Mhm,
or they're in the teaching profession.
mhm,
But in the litigation field, to survive after you have a family
mm,
and then to continue working. See, we girls always have that break of the maternity period,
mhm,
and bouncing back again a is like a biggest challenge, because almost for 8 9 months you are cut off from this profession
mhm.
completely, and then you again bounce back.
Yeah.
That is very challenging actually.
So this is I don't exactly remember his name, which I apologize for. I'll leave the name of the particular person that I'm referring to in the description box. So
Hmm.
there is a program which the IIMs, the MBA
Hmm.
colleges of the country, they run a so their alumni runs a program called IIM Talks. I'll also leave a link
Hmm.
of the YouTube link of those particular videos in the description box below. So in that, in one such episode, a particular woman had come and had asked the person that I'm referring to, whom I'm a big fan
Hmm.
of, but I'm not being able to recollect his name. So she had asked that. can I take a break? So
Hmm.
from my career or from my work life, can I take a break?
Hmm.
And to which the particular person had asked, what kind of a break? Is it a necessary
Hmm.
break, or is it a break of your choice? To which
Hmm.
this woman had come up with a reply that if I take a maternity leave, or if I give a year to my
Hmm.
family, or to the
Hmm.
if I see my daughter or my son is suffering, so maybe I
Hmm.
dedicate 3 or 5 years of my life to him or her. So when I come back, can I come back
Hmm.
well? Can I come back strong? So of course,
Hmm.
like always, like every person who would be encouraging, even he said that of course you can come back, and that is true that you
Hmm.
can come back. But he had
Hmm.
also said that, listen, I'm not going to lie to you, but
Hmm.
if you can manage without taking this break, don't take it. Don't take the break, because if you do take the break, when you come back, you see that the people who are subpar to you, people who are not that good and were never meant to
Correct.
be that good, had already gone up the ladder, and now
Moved
you're
ahead.
reporting to them. So
Yes, that
yeah,
happens.
yeah,
That
and
happens.
might be a similar experience for I think most
Yeah.
mothers, and I think that's very challenging for a lot of people. Yeah, I've been broadly raised by a single mother. My mom had always worked,
Okay.
and
Okay.
it's hardly that I have ever got my mom in my childhood. I've been raised by house help, so I
Hmm.
really respect the mothers who are working in industries.
That's exactly what is happening with my daughter also.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. So I think we will all pull through. I think everything will be fantastic. So yeah, so being a mother, I think that
Hmm.
I think that's a great thing that we discussed this. All right. So I'm a little conscious of the time. I promise that I'll not take a lot of time, but just something that I really have to ask is, so the audience that we actually cater to is college-going students. Okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
and a lot of people keep on asking me that the guests that you're interviewing or talking to,
Hmm.
please make sure that they give us a cheat sheet. So they've
Okay.
termed this thing called a cheat sheet of how to get to the place that they are already in. So now
Okay.
that you're working as a principal associate of Sinan
Hmm.
Company, and I just for the sake of brevity, I'm assuming that there
Hmm.
might be a point of time when you don't work for Sinan Company, if there is
Hmm.
a
Hmm.
better opportunity which
Hmm.
comes out. So,
Hmm.
so what are the, I don't know, maybe two or three things or five things you would say to a state university student as opposed to a NLU student,
Hmm.
or
Hmm.
maybe a
Hmm.
person from the CUs and the Vidyasagas of the world?
Hmm.
What
Hmm.
does that person have to do, not only in terms of the technicalities, but also in terms of the mindset and the mentality of a particular person, in order to,
Hmm.
get into the corporate field, or, land up such a job, or
Hmm.
get into,
Hmm.
what's your advice?
See, I have been in like I have been having a lot of talk with the students because I am also the internship coordinator at Sinan Company.
Mm-hmm.
So I have, and the process of internship in Sinan Company is not like you drop your CV and you get the internship, because we talk with the interns who want to get through to
Mm-hmm.
understand what they want to do. Is it all about getting the certificate, or doing an internship seriously, and then we take the intern. So I have been talking with a lot of college students from national law colleges, as well as from the normal Calcutta University, Vidyasagar University students, like that. The main difference that I see between these two grades of student is that uh, the normal university students always already thinks them to be at a backlog because they don't have the national college tag.
Acha. Hmm.
The question they say is that, ma'am, I'm not from national college, will I get the internship? Why not?
A
Why
fantastic
not? Why?
analogy, yeah.
So you are also a student of third year. That person is also a student of third year.
Mm-hmm.
Almost the same syllabus you are studying. Then why are you thinking you are inferior? You are not inferior to them.
I'm
You
reacting to
can
this
be,
in this manner because I can exactly relate to this feeling. Because when we were in college, when we used to submit our CVs, this is the exact thing that we went through. That we are from some inferior alien world, and they
yeah,
are.
yeah.
You
I will tell you, till today, there are firms who will look at your CV. Not even it will go to to the associates.
Mhm.
The receptionist will see your CV. It happened with me. The receptionist sees your CV, sees you are from some other college, and drops
Except
it
for
in
the
the
enemy. Yeah.
dustbin in front of you. So I will tell everyone, all the students who are listening to me, national or non-national colleges, nobody is inferior or nobody is superior to you.
Mhm.
Just read, study every amendments of the law that are coming in any law that you are interested in. Because when you go for an interview, the first question that will be asked is which field of law are you interested in?
Mm, mm,
Because I have interviewed many people and I have asked the same question, like,
mm,
what do you like? Arbitration law, criminal law, civil law, what do you like?
mm.
So when you answer that, you have to be very conscious that you know everything about it, at least what can be expected from you.
Mm.
Like if you are saying, for example, I know I am very interested in arbitration law, and then the interviewer asks you that what is the recent amendment that has
Mhm.
taken place in arbitration law, and you don't know the amendment of 2021. Hello, then why did you say that?
Right.
You
Right.
get rejected.
Mm, mm,
So so it should start almost from your third year, that you are loving a subject or you are aiming to do something in that field of law. Then read about it. Please read about all the new judgments that are coming in, because with every judgment the law changes.
mm.
So so read about it. That is one thing I will say. Secondly, all, please do internships, please do it. Because I don't know how conscious people are till now. During our days, internship was not a thing,
Not a
not
thing.
at all
Yeah.
a thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, so people used to go roam behind the senior for say 15 days, get a certificate. Yeah, I did an internship, wow,
True.
but
True.
I learned nothing.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
when you get an internship, please do it seriously. This is one thing I would say. Do moot court competitions. It will help you a lot. And when you are not a student of national colleges, these two things, internship and attending moot court competitions or writing papers in journals, boosts up your CV, and you may be taken as a superior person than a national college student who has not written a paper or have not done a proper internship and not attended any competition.
Mm.
So there your superiority goes up, not the national college tag. We as an employer will see that how outgoing, how means how many uh, what should I say, competitions you have attended. It's not about winning it,
Mhm.
but you have spoken in public, because that is what you need in a litigation firm,
Mm.
or when you are going for a litigation work, that you have to speak up. So if you have not done it from the very beginning, then we will think that, okay, this person cannot speak in public.
Mhm. So, Shivshri,
So
just before you continue on that, so
hmm,
the idea of litigation on or chambers of senior advocates, or
hmm,
the
hmm,
legends of the world.
hmm, hmm,
Of course, there are exceptions. Of course, there are fantastic seniors that I've seen
hmm,
and worked with. But it has always been that if a particular person is joining litigation, then that
hmm,
particular person has to work, like you said, behind a particular senior for years together.
hmm,
And
hmm,
sometimes the culture and the environment in a litigation chamber per se
hmm.
can often become extremely toxic, in the
Yeah.
sense that there is undue advantage. Not only it's not something which is, I'm not talking about sexual advantages or women at the
Hmm,
workplace or harassments. No,
hmm,
of course those are everywhere. But what I'm talking about is that sometimes there is a fantastic gap between somebody like Puritosh sir, of course not Puritosh
Hmm,
sir, but office teacher,
hmm, hmm,
and maybe a
hmm,
particular person who is just graduated or is in the
hmm,
fifth year, and
hmm,
though these two people will never connect, there are so many ladders in between, and
hmm,
that particular fifth year student is often uh, I dare use this word, exploited to his teeth, where
hmm,
he's made to do so many things that maybe is not nice. So do you think
hmm,
because I do not know how cinema works, or I do not know how I have never, I don't have the insight to and inside information to all solicitor firms, or you know
hmm,
so when you're because you're saying that you have recruited, do you look at
hmm.
obedience and working with the ethos of the company to the, do you look for that, do you look for obedience?
We see. I have where I take interviews when I am recruiting my juniors. So
Mhm.
my
So for your
after
department.
for my department, and
Mhm.
after my interview is crossed by the person, then it goes to Mr. Sinha.
Acha.
So uh, what I look to is that uh, every solicitor firm has a work culture of its own.
Mhm.
So whether that person can adjust to that work culture, like in our firm, it is like you have to work and give means the time limit which has been given to the client, that I will be giving this work by this time. Our target is always before that.
Mhm.
So for that you really need to work hard. You have to do everything in time and then give your work. So can that person take that pressure at all? We look
Ah.
into that.
Mhm.
Then we see that whether the person is coming here to gain experience for 1 year, and that's we understand while talking with the person that is the person coming here to just gain an experience for 1 year and then moving off,
Mhm.
or can we expect a loyalty for say around 3 to 4 years, because we don't expect more than that, but at least 3 to 4 years can this person be static at his place.
Mhm.
So these are the things we see about the person, mostly see in a solicitor firm which mostly deals with corporate giants. If I should say that,
Mhm.
it is more about what is being seen is how much hard work can that person put into.
Ah, ah. Mhm.
So
So
that is what we find to
so
be.
you guys must be burning the midnight oil every now and then, right? Where you guys are
I'll tell
working.
you, in my initial days, I used to means 9:30, 10 o'clock. I am there in office. Now it has changed. Now because I have moved from the junior state to the HOD state, so my junior does that. So I am now in a happy position. So yeah, sometimes we have late night conferences and we have to like
Hmm.
work late at night. So that happens quite often.
But is your advice to the that junior or that junior stage lawyer to
Hmm.
whatever happens, just grind on for the formative years
Yes,
of your.
I will say yes.
Hmm.
Yes. At least for 3 years, do that work.
Hmm.
Because see, a solicitor firm which has more than 25, 30 advocates, principal and associates,
Mhm.
and you have a CEO at the top,
Mhm.
how will the CEO point you out
True.
if you are not doing something exceptional?
Hmm. Hmm.
How will he understand that okay, this girl or this guy is doing something great, he's working like working alone for late hours, completing his work, reporting the next day, so you are bound to attract him.
Hmm.
Otherwise why will a person look at you?
Yeah. Yeah.
25, 30 employees.
Hmm. Hmm. Correct. So also your what is your advice to a girl, or a guy rather? I wouldn't particularly ask you about a guy, because in India I've seen more often than not, a man often has a leverage towards the number of years or the time he has of marriage from the family at
Hmm.
least. that that
Correct,
particular
correct.
person can, wait and build up his
Hmm,
career and then get
hmm,
settled and then choose
hmm,
to marry. But on the other
hmm,
hand, again, this is
hmm,
from just family perspective. I don't
hmm,
expect
hmm,
any of our viewers to adhere to this policy at all. But uh, often it is often seen that a young lady or a young law
hmm,
student or a young lawyer uh, will often think that ठीक है मैं अभी एक जॉब ले लूंगी उसके बाद 2 साल if I work after that फिर मैं शादी भी कर लूंगी फिर बच्चे भी होंगे
hmm,
फिर
hmm,
काम भी करूंगी so
hmm,
because you fit into that bracket and you're doing this successfully and I
hmm.
think because you stand as an inspiration of sorts for a lot of such young women so what's your
Hmm.
advice to them how should they approach such a career.
See, I will say that if you are ready to take head on challenges
Hmm.
from your family as well as your workplace, then go for this.
Hmm.
Because at a point of time, you will be standing at the verge of something where both the sectors will be blaming you to be not efficient enough.
अच्छा.
Your workplace will say you are not giving enough time here, so maybe we cannot give a lot of matters to you,
Hmm.
heavy
Hmm.
matters to you.
Hmm.
Let's do light matters because you are not giving that much time.
Right.
And your family on the other hand will say, you spend so much of time in office, when will you give time to your family? But you have to raise above that. And you have, and at that time if you lose that battle between these two places
Hmm.
and you think that okay, I have to choose one, I cannot do both, there ends.
Hmm.
Either your family ends and or your career ends. And it is a tendency of every girl, okay, I'll not do any job anymore, I'll give my full time to family.
Ah.
But what about you? What, you have spent 5 years, you have worked hard for this degree. For what? Just framing it and like hanging on the wall.
Hmm.
It's not for that. You have earned that black gown, use that. It gives you a self empowerment. So you have to raise above that.
Hmm.
And you have to see, you have to always understand that you cannot be perfect in everything when you are balancing two things. So you will falter somewhere, but you have to like continue that somewhere. See, the family life will come to a balance as soon as your child grows up, they have their own life, they will move on. Then what happens to you? You will be alone if you
Hmm.
leave your job. So you have to continue that. And I will uh, advise all the girls that if you are expecting a very smooth life, do not come into litigation,
Hmm.
period.
Hmm.
And if you want a life where it's full of challenges and out of that you move ahead, you do something exceptional, you want to be known by people
Hmm.
for doing this work and being an inspiration for others,
Hmm.
go ahead.
Yeah, because this is extremely interesting because I remember there's a particular person called and he has got nothing to do with the legal world. His name is Shantanu
Hmm,
Narayan. He's the chief executive
hmm,
officer at Adobe Systems, the Adobe Acrobats that we
okay.
use. And he has a famous quote which says that life is not easy, life is
Hmm,
extremely hard, life has a lot of difficulties thrown at you, but
hmm,
the magical part about that is that you have the choice to select the difficulties that you want to fight. So
exactly.
I think that sums up what you said. But I just the other day I was listening to I think Kunal Shah. Kunal Shah,
Hmm,
who's the founder and CEO of Cred, the Cred
hmm,
ads that we see, credit card thing.
hmm,
So Kunal Shah said that it's blasphemous to see that Pakistan has a more percentage of employed women than India.
hmm, hmm,
Both Pakistan and Bangladesh right now has surpassed the
hmm,
employment rate of women in India to a huge extent. And if you look at the scientific or the anthropological part of it, as
Hmm.
long as women of any society is not working at the fullest level, the society will not
Hmm.
thrive. And
Hmm.
I truly believe that that doesn't happen. So yeah, I think women should, more. It's very sad when I see that even for me as a practicing advocate, I hardly see a lot of uh, women lawyers that I can talk to or discuss.
Hmm.
I would by nature, maybe it's the patriarchy built in my condition system, or I don't know, but so more often than not, I'm always consulting somebody who is invariably a male friend of mine.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I don't want that to happen at all. I don't think that's even the society. The society today doesn't know that they don't want women to be suppressed in any way.
You simply see how many senior gown advocates do you see in Calcutta High Court who are female? How
Ah,
many?
true, true. Even the
So,
even the I think the Supreme Court appointments. There was a very recent, not a judgment. I think a panel sat in the Supreme Court and had issued a press statement whereby they
hmm,
said that maybe it is time now for reservations to be called for women in the
exactly,
judiciary, because women are
exactly.
being neglected in many ways. So yeah, maybe that is called for. But uh, I think that's great advice for a lot of young lawyers. And
Hmm,
this question is
hmm.
Sina and Company hiring?
Uh, we just had a vacancy and it just closed last month.
So
But
so
if anybody wants
tell me.
to apply in Sinha and Company, then you have to send your CV at career@sinhaco.com. And as soon as any vacancies are open, if the person's CV fits with the expectations that we are wanting for that post, the person will be called by our HR.
All
So
right,
you can mail,
I'll
you
leave
can
the
email the
mail
CV.
link in the description as
Hmm.
well for people future uses. Right now, they're
Hmm.
not recruiting; their vacancy has been filled up.
Hmm.
And as
Hmm.
far as the internships go, are you guys taking up interns?
Internships. See, internships. We are filled for 2021 till
Acha,
December.
acha.
Generally, we take 15 interns, but now, as in this pandemic situation, it's online internship going on. So we are just taking 8 interns per month.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's online internship. And as of now, we are taking applications for April 2022 to June 2022. So if
For next
anybody
year.
wants to apply for that period, can.
Okay, so April 2022 to June 2022. If you guys want to apply, then the same mail ID will work. I'm guessing.
No, it will be internship.sinhaco@gmail.com
Hmm.
or onto my email ID,
I'll
which
leave
is
I'll leave the
S.
link. Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
leave the
yeah,
link.
my email ID or this email ID,
Okay, so you can
whatever.
get in touch
And the person has to be third year, in the third year or
at,
above.
at least third year. At least third year.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you. A great conversation. I think I learned a lot from you today, and I'm really
Mm.
thankful for you took out time and you shared your experience, and I have benefited a lot from this conversation,
My
and
pleasure. My
and I
pleasure.
really hope that. And I did not know you from before. We have not spoken at all,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I have got a fantastic good vibe from you, and I really like you as a person already. So I'll try and stay in touch, and I hope that
Okay.
all the viewers have also learned or taken something away from this. If you guys have any questions at all about Sayoshidi, what she's doing, if you want any help that she can do, get you done, then please leave a comment or mail to us or mail to Sayoshidi. I'll leave all the links of everything that
Yes.
we have discussed in the description box below. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please follow us on Spotify. We are releasing a high quality, an audio only, and a very high quality edited version of this particular podcast will also be available in Spotify. Um, you can also tune in from your car, from your TV, anywhere. We are also coming on other podcast platforms like Google Podcasts and Rocketcast. We will also release the video. You'll find this on IGTV and Facebook as well. Also check our website. We've just formed the website, thecalcuttanlawyers.com. I'll leave the description, the link in the description as well. So yeah, so I think I've done the protocol thing. Thank you very much, Shivashri, for joining us. It was a great experience.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye bye bye.
Okay, bye.